he played a Prem match.
Okay, use.
Oh, that is a clumsy challenge, and, well, thankfully...
And it will be a 20-minute red card for 14.
Well, goodness me, it's been a week of firsts for Eduardo Todaro. His Italy debut in...
Too much weight.
Marmion taps, goes, surges to the line, and takes care of business. No scrum required. Kieran Marmion gets it done.
Because his opposite number, Warmore, doesn't want to put his head into the scrum, so he stands up.
The hard way, the alpha way. Ball dislodged, Batley wise to it, spinning. And then the door slams shut. Marmion.
They're on it here.
Fires it. The hands are sweet. The hands are perfect. And Tom Jordan back in a Bears jersey for the first time in 6 weeks. Worsley, just manipulating this Saints defence. Thacker on the edge, scampering in the 5-metre channel. Just puts foot to the floor and dragged a metre short. Marmion's in for a double. The Bears, rampant.
Spotted by Marmion and he just dots over.
So I love a bit of skill there from Joe Batley, isn't it? It's a no-look, outside, off-the-shoulder pass.
That would really grind your gears if he did that tonight. Saints questing for a route back into this contest. Finn Smith is smashed. Revovo is off. Revovo is go, go, go all the way to the bonus point.
Okay, thanks.
Bears running riot.
Does that count as an assist?
2 metres from the Northampton line.
Onside.
They take another half from an Argentinian carry. Williams, hands. Bosch off. Simply irresistible from the Bristol Bears. Late shift. Chick. Huge collisions as Bears throw their bodies at the yellow jerseys of Northampton, desperate to get on this scoreboard. The late arrival, the behemoth from the land of the Springboks, JJ van der Mescht. It's Bristol who've had the creaky scrum, and it's Saints who've really weaponised theirs. They've been averaging a penalty kind of every one of their own 5 feeds, and just to curse, continue to take this contest seriously. They go to the tee, they go to faultless Sam Worsley, and they go to 38 to Northampton 7. Picks out the biggest frame available, Van der Mescht. Late ball from Hutchinson, and an injection of pace from Furbank. A ball weighted to perfection. They haven't scored many.
At a quicker pace than most other people. And you see, he's already around Boshoff, isn't he? Half around him, that forces.
The physicality, the confrontation, unrelenting out there right now. Luka Ivanishvili, who's entered the fray, the Georgian.
Penalty advantage.
Huge power, taken a bit of punishment in the last few minutes, but now composes himself to maintain his 100% record from the tee and move Bristol to beyond the 40-point mark. But it will be the forwards, it will be the Bears hunting the line and helping themselves to a sit and making it emphatic at the gate.
The Bristol Bears back, and as soon as they're heading towards the line, they just...
22 on Tuesday, nice way to mark 22 laps of the sun for Luka Ivanishvili. Sam Worsley misses for the first time, but to a man, these Bears
He is Joe, and he's also with SJ from Gallagher, who's going to present him with a richly deserved Gallagher Player of the Match medal. Beautifully done, SJ, thank you. Bernhard, it is one thing capitalising on your opponents receiving a card early on. It's quite another putting in a performance like that. What did you get right?
Yeah, absolutely amazing night there at Ashton Gate. You know, after a break in between the first block and this block, you know, it's really good to start the second block with a performance like that as a team. You know, I think everyone obviously played their hearts out, and yeah, just an amazing start to the second block.
Pat wanted game management, you gave him game management. Did that show just how dangerous Bears can be when you layer a bit of control onto the famous razzmatazz?
Yeah, obviously I thought our game drivers, Kieran Marmion and Sam Worsley, you know, they put us on the front foot the whole time, you know, by kicking us into the right places onto the field. You know, obviously last season we ran everything, so teams sort of started to expect that, you know, defending us with 14 in the front. And you know, to have something like that up your sleeve, you know, to put you in the right areas of the pitch, it's really nice. And then, you know, us as the rest, you know, we can just focus on our jobs and try and play in the right areas of the field.
And just lastly, Bernhard, it's been a busy week for you in terms of media, putting pen to paper, signing that contract extension. Congratulations, but also the news that you would be eligible to play for England in 12 months' time if you so chose. Is that something you're open to? Would you be interested in playing rugby with a rose on your chest?
Yeah, thank you very much, first off. And yeah, obviously, you know, I'll see what happens in a year's time when that time comes. At the moment, obviously, I'll just try and focus. You know, we have a big goal as a Bears team, you know, to win the Premiership. So that's sort of something I just try and focus on now. You know, play the best rugby that I can, and after the year, whatever happens, happens.
Well, Bears are lucky to have you. We love watching you. Congratulations, Bernhard. You are our Gallagher PREM Player of the Match.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Phil, Sam Vesti reckoned, with half an hour gone, that you were second best in everything out there. Had that changed by the full-time whistle?
Marginally. I think 35-0 down at half-time was probably actually a fair reflection of our performance. As Sam pointed out, we were second best in so many, if not all facets. Second half was better, but again, too little, too late.
You talk about the fast start that Bears inflicted upon you and the fact that you flagged out of the blocks. Do you think psychologically that was difficult for a side that for so long this season have been amazing front runners?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's necessarily based on what's been happening before. We were slow out the blocks. We have to look at that as a coaching group as to why we were so poor, so sluggish, and so slow in our reaction to everything. And so, yeah, that's something that we'll consider and make sure we don't do it again.
And just lastly, you talked in the week about how Bears presented rather unconventional challenges. They're a difficult side to take on because things become so helter-skelter. Were you taken by surprise by the fact that they managed the game so well?
No, they've got some very good players and they're very well coached, and so I understand, you know, that it's not always going to be. I wouldn't necessarily have used the word helter-skelter. I would have used the fact they want to offload, they want to pass, they want to move the ball, but at the same time they can also make very good decisions at the same time. So not surprised about how well they played. Surprised and disappointed with how we applied ourselves.
Thank you for your time, Phil. We'll see you soon.
Thank you very much.
You stood here after the opening round, Jordan, and talked about the fact that you really wanted to rectify the errors at home of last season. You wanted this place to become a formidable place to come once again. Does it feel like you're creeping towards that?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously 3 from 3 so far, but as you know, the season's long. But what I did love today was the energy that the boys brought. It felt like a home game, the way that they committed to everything that they did, and I think that's how we won the game in the end.
Just how much of a boost is it to the group to have some of those core players trickling back into the side? Jimmy Williams in particular looked like he'd never been away.
No, you know, Jimbo's one of those glue players, you know, that holds the team together, attack, defence, and him and BV in the centre, they've played I don't know how many games together. You can't take that away from a team. If you look at Saints today, obviously not a partnership that they usually have, and then you can see that with our two, with Jimmy and BV.
Your attacking rugby gets celebrated all the time around these parts. The flair of Bristol Bears is infamous, but that felt like a performance founded on set piece, physicality and territorial management. As a coaching group, how pleasing is that?
Yeah, we focused all week. After the first block, we were allowing far too many entries into our 22, and that was how we managed the game, the middle of the pitch. So we looked at that. We've trained it hard over the last 5 weeks, and that's what we got today.
You certainly did. Many congratulations. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you very much. Cheers.